I felt a bit like Sean T. O'Kelly must have felt after the rising of 1916. He was on his way in to take his place in the garrison, taking over the GPO, when he realised he had forgotten to say goodbye to his mother. When he came back, he had to knock on the door to be let in with the others. And he never really did anything in there. However, I suppose he had his reflections, and here are mine. Not what I did, but how I felt. For one short space of time, I too was let in. I'm reminded of a poem I once read called The Dash. In his imagination, the poet saw his own headstone and his date of birth and the death separated by one single dash. And that dash represented his sojourn on this earth, all the things he did and did not do, all the places he visited and the people he knew. No numbers or letters or information of any kind, but a mere stroke of the inscriber's chisel. That dash reminds me of a name in gilt on a list, on a board in Westport Golf Club, Thomas F. Walsh. When I've gone into the world of light and curious people idly scan it, what will they think? They may just see the F and say, that's appropriate. Well, I know what it means to me. It means that for one short dash towards the twilight of my life, I was happy, I was proud, and I was grateful to those who let me in. There are two kinds of pride, I suppose. One is a deadly sin, and the other is a legitimate kind of pride. I was not proud of myself, but of what I represented. During the past year, I have introduced myself and welcomed many visitors and felt that legitimate pride and relished their praise, not for me, but for this great course at the edge of the western seaboard. I listened to words of appreciation spoken by visitors from all over the world, and I savoured every word. It's moments like these that I will remember, and these are the times that will remain in my memory. But I must confess that each time I introduce myself as captain, I feel a certain little frisson of unease or presumption. That's because I'm always aware of the worth of those who have gone before me in this post. Men who have achieved great things and resolutely guarded the fortunes of Westport Golf Club through tough and turbulent times. Men, as the Gospel says, the latchet of whose shoe I am not worthy to loose. Lord, I am not worthy. Above all, and putting aside the underachievement, it's the memories that remain. To paraphrase the song, life is like a dying ember, only memories remain. And for those of us who've been lucky enough to be captain, the place belongs to us in a special way. We have steered the ship and brought it into port, sometimes through rough seas, and so we have learned something new about it. It has become a more familiar and a more personal place for us. That is certainly the case for me. The memories are, above all, memories of people. For what is a golf club but a community? And what is a community but a band of people with a common cause? I will always remember the council debates and the committee disputations and the discussions that ebbed and flowed into the dusk of summer and the depth of winter darkness. What was it all about? I suppose you could say it was about a group of selfless people gathered together in a common cause to try and preserve for a few years yet a unique and special way of enjoying an ancient game in an ancient place, here in the shadow of the Holy Mountain. Are not the topics the same year after year? Are not the problems the same year after year? The same script, different actors move about the stage, and it's only the old order that changes, yielding place to new. I am only glad that I got a part in the dramatis personae, this changing order. I will cherish it forever as one special golden memory, one all too fleeting dash on the headstone of life. And I hope that in the wake of the ship that I have in a small way helped to steer, we will soon pass through Bleak House and sail into the tranquil waters of great expectations.
Hear, hear.